So, hello, secret code name The Rock, and welcome back to Grace Nicole Myths, Astrology, and Tarot. These are the full moon in Cancer sweet release secret code name readings. If this reading was not purchased by you, but you were drawn to the secret code name, there is likely a message here for you. If you'd ever like your own secret code name reading, the link to my Etsy shop is in the description. You can book them there. All right, this sweet release themed moon event will answer what shadow is being released and advice on how to best do that so that you can leave these lessons behind you. All right, I've pulled the milestone of the Shadows energy from my Icarus Tarot, got insight into what that looks like from the Night Sun Tarot, and then pulled from my Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle for advice and guidance onto how to release it. All right, so the Lovers, the shadow of the Lovers. If you look at this card, they are mirrors of each other, and they are both holding a knife behind their backs. Like, I will be close to you, and I will be connected to you, and I will love you until you hurt me, right? There is this distrust in being hurt by the other, right? There is not a trust within the self to not be hurt by someone, okay? There is a distrust within the self not to be hurt by someone. This might be mirroring in your divine counterpart connection, right? If your counterpart is afraid, right, of being hurt by you. How then are you afraid to not be good to you, right? How are you afraid of getting yourself hurt? That you don't trust yourself to heal and would need somebody else to help you heal, right? If there is a fear of someone else hurting you, how are you afraid of hurting yourself? What is there in your divine mirror that needs to be addressed? Because the Lover's card in Tarot is originally the Choice card, and it's a very mercurial card. It's ruled by Gemini. It's overthinking, analyzing everything, looking too much into something or reading too much into something, trying to choose the most logical outcome, and not trusting the higher vision being held inside the mind to just simply guide you each step, one step at a time, right, via the soul. Is over analyzing. Healing is a choice that an individual has to make on their own before they come into union with someone. Because if someone is banking on another to prove they're healed by putting your faith in another not to hurt you, and vice versa, then ultimately it's just a matter of who hurts who first, because then the other one will cut you deeper. If you haven't chosen to heal within the self first and put your knife down, that you would have no threat to the other person, energetically speaking. They wouldn't feel a threat to you, energetically speaking. They could show to you the same way. The only way to heal is to trust the self, that you can't let another hurt you, that another can't hurt you because you wouldn't choose it. Your energy wouldn't choose not to trust someone. If you can't trust someone not to hurt you, and you're trusting them not to hurt you, like fingers crossed, then there's more work on the inside to be done, and it has to be chosen within the self first. You don't need anybody else to heal you. In fact, it is quite the opposite. You just need yourself and the union within yourself. Because when you pose no threat to yourself, other people read your energy as no threat to them. The clarifying energy cards, we have the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Five of Cups, and the Five of Wands, clarified by the King of Cups. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is typically a card of not yet being able to reap the rewards because more effort needs to be done. And the effort that needs to be done is in the realm of emotional abandonment, okay? Emotional abandonment and focusing on the losses rather than the beauty of what is right around you that you're missing out on because of the focus on losses. How can you learn then not to miss being grateful for what is around you on a regular basis, with or without someone in your life, right? To quote unquote help you heal or to prove to you that you've healed. Because the first time someone projects pain at the other is going to stab, right? As soon as the first person decides that they're going to feel threatened, the other one's going to react. They both have a knife ready. This is what pain does, right? This is what the shadow does. Afraid of being hurt. Overthinking. Overthinking when things aren't ready. Like just because you've witnessed the flower and see the fruit doesn't mean it's ready to be picked. That's what I always think of when I see the Seven of Pentacles. Like just because the flower has withered away and the fruit has started to form doesn't mean it's ready to pick. Overthinking sets up booby traps and tripwires. If you look at this Five of Wands on the staircase here, there's wires being cut across by all of the snake posts. It's like a booby trap. Conflict within the self that's not healed sets you up to fall on your face, kind of thing. Okay? And it takes emotional maturity, not necessarily emotional reservation, being reserved and withholding, and not necessarily emotional overflow either. But emotional maturity, knowing when to express and how much to express. And not being afraid of abandonment. Not being afraid that you will continue in this, not being able to reap the rewards of any work that you put in on yourself. When you choose to walk out of the threatening mirror, you are no longer threatened. You don't need to pretend that you will never hurt somebody. Knowing that if they hurt you, you would hurt them back. Because you have unhealed wounds, right? You don't have to be afraid and pretend that you would never hurt someone when you heal yourself and put your own knife down and pose no threat to them with your own shadows. You can do the inner work and align your chakras and not be abandoned. You don't have to overthink it. You could just simply be emotionally mature, which means being under emotional control, not allowing your emotions to go to either extreme, overflowing or turned off completely, right? But allowing yourself to be in balance. So your guidance card is Starborn, card number 21. This is the advice or guidance they give you to help you through this particular shadow, okay? And on the card it says, even the sun doesn't know it's a star. It says, you have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your inner feelings about things, especially when your inner feeling is at odds with the appearance of something. Sometimes it is when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. You just cannot see it yet. You have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. You cannot get there with logic and planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Following your heart along your spiritual path is going to lead to your best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. There's stardust in your soul. The earth loves you, and you are meant to be here. But you may feel in your heart that you come from some other place. Human behavior may not always make sense to you. It may sometimes seem unnecessarily cruel or selfish. As you let yourself fall deeper in love with the earth and its experience, enjoying her creativity and beauty, you'll learn to hear her in your heart. You'll understand your purpose and why you choose to bring your starry-eyed soul to her as a human being living the life you are meant to be living. You'll realize that there are certain ways that you can help others to open up to the wisdom that your heart already knows. We cannot always understand why things are the way they are, but we can always make a positive contribution towards healing change. Your life mission is to be happily you in the ways that feel most true, to fall in love with your life here on earth just as much as you feel love in your soul for the heavenly stars. You are meant to be here, shining as a beautiful, loving star on earth. Like I said, you don't have to be afraid that people will hurt you. Like, you might not understand human behavior and why people feel threatened, why people are afraid to be hurt by someone, especially when you're a person who has no harmful intention. You are a secret code named the Rock. You are solid. So, don't worry or overthink about people hurting you, rejecting you, feeling threatened by you just because they don't understand you. If they are of this earth and you are not, they don't understand what it's like to be you yet. So, I do hope that this helps. I have faith that it will. Remember who you are and that who you are is beautiful. And that you, in fact, are not a threat to yourself. And that this experience is not a threat to you either. This experience can't hurt you. You are only meant to be a beautiful light in it. And bring your divine connection and your healing within the self to the outer experience for others to witness. Because when you pose no threat to anyone, and no one can actually pose a threat to you because you've healed your own wounds, you can put your own knife down and show all of your cards, so to speak. And people will know that you are not a threat. because there is no shadow, no weapon, no overthinking in your mind that would hurt them. They're more at ease. They tend to put their knife away when you put your knife away, kind of thing. They put their wounds away when you put your wounds away. They put their fear away when you put your fear away. I do hope that helps. Secret code name The Rock. All right, this is Grace Nicole Myths then, signing out. My love and support is with you always. Remember to love each other, but most importantly, love yourself. Take care.